Candida. Have any of you ever had a sugar craving? You know what I'm talking about? It's like you gotta feed this sugar craving because it's unbearable. It's like you can't even think about anything else. All you can think of is I need to get sugar inside my body. Okay. And also too, recurring ear infections. For those of you who don't already know this, if a child has a recurring ear infection, there's a really good chance there's an intolerance to dairy. Okay. So usually what they do is nobody addresses maybe we should get them off of milk, which in my opinion isn't necessarily a health food, unless it's breast milk. If a child's got reoccurring ear infections, you need to think about getting them off of formula or something else like that, if they're on formula. If they're on breast milk, I would recommend getting them treated for whatever it is in the breast milk. So you need to find out what the baby can't tolerate. And we'll talk about ways of doing that, and then clearing that so that now the baby can take the breast milk, because that's one of the best ways to help boost the immune system. So the leaky gut syndrome, I'm going to talk about how it actually affects our brain. So the leaky gut, as I said, this is just like a cross-section of what the gut looks like. You have these extensions called villi, which helps to absorb the food. And the circulatory system is very much connected to the villi, right? So everything that you put into your stomach goes right into your blood system. And you guys know what I'm talking about if you drink alcohol, right? When you feed a child with sugar and they start bouncing off the walls, there's this huge connection of what's going on in your digestive system and what's going on in the way you act, the way you behave, the way you think. And it's always astonishing to me how doctors, I don't know, how many of you go to the doctor and the doctor asks you, what do you eat? Does anybody ever say, what's your diet? If you go to a vet, the first thing a vet says is, what are you feeding your animal? Because they understand the connection between what you're eating and your health. But somehow people have lost that in treating humans, Homo sapiens, but we're really no different. You have to look and see what's going on in here to know what's going on in here, and also with every other organ in your body. It's all connected. The other thing that you have that's going on in here are your lymphatic vessels. Your lymphatic vessels are your immune system. Okay? Your immune system is made up of your circulatory system and your lymphatic system. And the lymphatic system is rich in white blood cells. And you know what lymph nodes, you know how when you don't feel well and you got a lymph node that's swollen? Lymph nodes are cleaning stations. So the lymph fluid travels throughout the whole body. I'm simplifying it, but it goes to all the little lymph nodes throughout the whole body, and they clean because they're full of white blood cells, killer cells, T cells, B cells. So when they're swollen, that means they're working really hard. I personally don't think you should cut them out when it's swollen. Because when it's swollen, it's doing something, it's cleaning something, and it's such a fragile system. The minute you cut it out, it now disrupts how the whole lymphatic system works. It's such a